Ready? Okay, I gotta hit the A button, so let me give you a countdown. Player 2 can leave.
Oh, that's not amazing battery life.
3 hours and 54 minutes remaining. I think we'll be okay.
Now we'll be okay.
Okay. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Go!
Hello! Welcome to Fire Emblem Warriors, the hottest Switch game of 4th quarter 2017, because nothing else has come out at all that you will be seeing today, definitely not. This is the best mission in the game. I don't have to do anything, so I'm going to explain stuff.
This is also the second hottest Fire Emblem game this year.
Yeah. So this is Fire Emblem Warriors. For those who are unfamiliar, Fire Emblem is like a tactics game series. Dynasty Warriors is like what you'll be seeing today. It's just like a hack and slash character action game. Yeah, the load times are really fast. So this is... The thing with Dynasty Warriors is they like to do these crossover games. So this is a Fire Emblem skin on a Dynasty Warriors game. This is New Game Plus Co-op, so we are vastly overpowered, over-leveled, and over-equipped for everything you're going to see today. And as such, everything dies in like one hit. So this is actually our first run on the digital version of the game. The digital version saves about 7 to 8 seconds on every one of the 44 loads in this game, so we're gonna save like 6 free minutes over our PD.
Whee!
There's a lot of downtime in these like early stages, unfortunately. But yeah, that's your little introduction to Fire Emblem Warriors. So what's really cool about this as a co-op game is that we get to kind of divide and conquer on some tasks. You're not gonna see a ton of that in these first like 2 chapters. But, starting in chapter, starting with chapter 2, actually, we're going to be doing some different things at the same time, which is what makes this run really cool. Especially once we get, to chapter 6 or so, there starts to be a lot less downtime. God, these loads are so fast.
I know.
This is ridiculous. Alright, so I actually have to do things this mission. This is chapter 1. We have to go to a place and kill some monsters. And then go to another place and kill some monsters.
Gatekeeper.
This is Gatekeeper Murder Simulator, the best video game ever released.
Even though we routed out most gatekeepers.
Yeah. So our party right now is Liana, who's like the Fire Emblem Warriors OC Please Do Not Steal of this game, because every crossover Warriors game, they introduce some original characters. I almost went the wrong way again. Second, on the bottom screen that I'm playing as is Corrin, Fire Emblem character, the true Corrin, the Fem Corrin. Wow, that monster was so formidable. And then you can't see them yet because they only let us use 2 for these first couple missions. We also have Hinoka and Camilla in our party. Hinoka and Camilla are flying units. Camilla rides a dragon, and Hinoka rides a Pegasus, which is pretty hardcore. The nice thing about the flying units is that they move faster and can cross certain gaps so that walking units... I'm tired. That walking units have to activate a thing that takes a cutscene and is really slow in order to pass over. So, speaking of activating things, you'll notice right now that we're just running at this door. One of the bigger issues with Dynasty Warriors games as speedruns is the way they handle event progression. Basically, there's a dialogue and event queue. And so, unfortunately, you could get kind of stuck.
A lot of the choices we make are in order to stack the cutscenes in the best order possible to let us do the most.
Yeah, so cutscene stacking, as Kaylee just said, is really important in this game. There's kind of like a ripple effect a lot of the time. If you finish something 2 seconds faster, it could save 20 seconds. Because it gets placed with higher priority in the dialogue queue. Alright, that's the end of the mission.
We've escaped the city, let's go back inside.
Yeah. So I guess other things to note, the combat. So it's just kind of a hack and slash game, largely. There's archers and there's mages, but they're weaker, so we don't use them. For the first part of the game, we're basically only going to be using the light attack button. When we start incorporating the heavy attack button, you'll start to see some combos. The problem with combos, especially in early game, is that they often lock you into long attack animations. Though there is some tech that we have that allows us to switch out of those animations that you will see later. So now we're moving on to Chapter 2. In true Dynasty Warriors fashion, the plot of this mission is that the good guy, Frederick, who's like one of the protagonist characters from another
No, he's
game.
not. He's a side character.
He's a side character, but he's like on the good people's side.
It's not actually.
I've never played a Fire Emblem game besides this, no. In true Fire Emblem, or in true Dynasty Warriors fashion, Frederick is testing us to decide if we are trustworthy, because how else are you going to come up with plots to allow the good guys to fight the good guys?
There's 3 types of Dynasty Warriors story missions. This is
Oh, I
type 1.
totally ran past the
Well,
health bar enemy.
We'll get to type 2 in a second.
Yeah, there's 3 types of Dynasty Warriors missions. You'll see all of them throughout this game.
Well, there's also bad guy. So
I
there's
mean,
4.
yeah.
So this is type 1. Friendly guy is testing us.
Yeah. So once we move into this next room after the dialogue queue advances, from here we're actually going to be splitting up a little bit, which is one of the really cool parts of this as a co-op run. Now, as I said, for a lot of the game we're going to be doing completely different things at the same time. These enemies are annoying. And so that's going to allow us to take down missions a lot faster. And like I said, there's a ripple effect. The faster we complete smaller actions, the higher order they get placed in the dialogue queue.
There's also a note that sometimes you purposely do things in a specific order for the sole purpose of stacking them better.
Yeah, we were working on rerouting a mid-game chapter recently, where we figured out something that would be faster, but it turned out it was bad for the dialogue queue, so we don't do that anymore. We did actually route this game, I should say. We have route notes
we routed
over
this
here.
Category.
This category, yeah. There's one runner who's running both solo categories, and she's really good at this game. Like, it is super not fair.
Anyway, I just did. You can actually switch between your party member characters.
So now we have Wedding Lucina, who's just
Lucina's
great.
actually closer. This is the only point in the mission we use Lucina.
This is the only point in the entire game.
Or yeah, this is the only point in the game we use Lucina. Lucina's gonna get switched out, but it doesn't matter here.
Alright, here comes a cutscene, and then I have to do some voice acting. Oh boy, it's Owain, who joined the Italizian forces. I am Owain, the Dark Swordsman. Why I'm here to help is for me to know. Owain's an edgelord. This is like the only time we see him in the entire game.
It's also super fitting of Owain to join in a battle and show up heroically in a battle that's like 2 friends fighting in a test of strength.
Yeah.
As opposed to an actual threat.
So once we go through this door, we're going to run around to the bottom corner of the map and fight Frederick, who's going to be a really hard enemy because we're not like 80 levels over leveled at all.
I mean, I'm actually not. I'm like... Because Lucina hasn't been power leveled. That being said, she's still like 30 levels over leveled.
Also, Frederick has weapon weakness wheel advantage, or disadvantage against us, rather. That was kind of slow, honestly.
Yeah, that was a little sloppy.
So there's a... No, come back! There's a weapon weakness wheel in this game. Swords are strong over axes, and axes are strong over spears. Spears are strong over swords. So we're going to be taking advantage of that at a couple points in the run, because what makes that matter is later in the one we're going to be taking advantage of a thing in this game called the stun gauge, where certain attacks bring up a stun gauge, and if you deplete the stun gauge, you get like a super powerful attack. If you do a stun gauge on an enemy you have advantage over, it's a golden stun gauge, and the attack you get out of it is super OP. Alright, don't forget to put the flyers back in the party. Hinoko goes on top.
Yep, I remembered.
Good.
Here's support links. Eventually they'll stop showing up.
Yeah, that's one of the things with New Game Plus. You need to get like all the support links out of the way so that they stop showing up. There's some dialogue here.
Look at our friend Darius on the left there.
Our friend Darius, who definitely totally will not betray us at all whatsoever. We love Darius.
The mentor character didn't die in the opening. I'm sure he's not gonna betray us.
Yeah, no.
Here's Fire Emblem Mission Type 2. Oh wait, no, this is bad guy. This is the one that...
Yeah, so Hinoka and then Camilla. So now we're gonna add Hinoka and Camilla into the party, where they'll stay for the rest of the game. We have to add Hinoka back again at one point later. But like, it's no big deal.
It's actually very important you put Hinoka on the top and not the bottom there.
Yeah, otherwise it messes up all of our routing.
Not only
All right, so we're gonna use the flying characters. Oh, come on. My map went big, and I don't know how to turn it back down.
You hit right on the D-pad.
So you do. I also hit up because
I'm gonna
terrible.
take one of your forts because you.
Go for it. We have so much time, anyways.
Well, I think we might have messed up some of the mission stats. Ah, that's fine.
Did you take that fort?
Yeah, let's go to the bottom right now.
Okay. So we take those forts, and then we head all the way to like the other side of the map here. And guess what? The dialogue queue allows us to get there before anything can even happen.
We could actually walk there with walking characters. The only reason we use flyers here is because we want to take out those bases faster.
Yeah, so the flyers move significantly faster, if you couldn't tell, which makes a lot of missions, especially these early game missions where character power isn't important, really significantly improved.
By the way,
Go ahead.
characters with health bars, unless you have to, you typically want to avoid killing them. It's not a big deal, but it saves frames.
Yeah, health bar enemies will drop drops that show up in like the post-mission screen. So now we're gonna kill Validar. I don't know what Validar's deal is, but he's in this room and we're gonna kill him. And it's gonna be a real challenge.
He's a baddie from this game.
I mean, other than that, yeah.
I don't see any priests in the temple. If they're under attack, we must help them.
Some great music playing in the background of our marathon. It's really wonderful.
I don't think it's picking up though.
Probably not.
I can't even hear it because I have game audio.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, the store will open in a hot second. So yeah, that was Validar.
So yeah,
That's one of the fun things about New Game Plus. We just pummel through enemies because, like, as much as the combat can be a challenge when you're equally leveled, I feel like it's honestly less fun to watch to some degree.
I would agree. It's definitely more fun to
Like,
watch.
I think the interesting thing about this game is the movement and the division of labor. Labor, ew. Capitalism, ew. Okay, next mission, we're gonna split up again.
So now we get to wait for all the cutscenes to catch up.
Yeah.
We actually lost a couple seconds there because we moved slightly slower than we were supposed to and wound up letting one more dialogue thing come up, which allowed one of the submissions to start, which, you know, added about 5 seconds.
Like I said, ripple effect. Very small things can have very large consequences. There's that priest character that we'll never ever see again.
I think that's just a generic priest.
Alright, so in this next mission, we're gonna split up to destroy 2 magic pillars and then fight Marth, who's definitely Marth. Marth.
She's we've got
This music is great. So I'm gonna take Hinoka and go across the south of the desert while she takes Corrin?
I take Liana.
You take Liana and goes through the north, and we're gonna meet up before the dialogue queue makes us need to go anywhere. So not all forts need to be captured to be passed through, as you just saw on my screen. I do have to take this next one, though.
the sandstorm is keeping to a specific location.
One thing I guess I should talk about while we're talking about like taking forts and stuff. In 2-player mode, sometimes fort captains and gatekeepers and stuff just don't spawn. Especially when there's a lot of enemies on screen, or if the 2 players are particularly far apart. Excuse me. Which can be kind of sucky, and you just end up having to sit there for a couple seconds waiting for them to spawn. But they'll spawn eventually. We'll probably see that happen once or twice in later game. The nice thing is when you're playing in docked mode, you get an option in the menu between quality mode and performance mode. Performance mode helps a lot. In quality mode, the game's frame rate dips so low when there's a lot going on screen.
Also, it despawns enemies more frequently.
Yeah. So yeah, I destroyed the other magic pillar. One interesting thing about this game is that in 2-player mode, it still splits up the screen for those like event cutscenes, which I find kind of strange. Hi there.
Hey. That is weird. I've never thought about that before, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah, like those event screens that it shows the same exact thing just in 2 half screens, which is strange. I apologize for the yawns. Please go through doors.
We both need some sleep.
Yeah.
So now we get to fight Marth. Now here's a fun little challenge that doesn't actually matter. There's a cutscene that plays when we encounter Marth. If we act fast, we can kill Marth before the cutscene starts.
Yeah.
Marth.
Marth.
We're not.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna get it.
No.
Just
doesn't
barely.
actually matter,
It
'cause we
was
still have-
easier in our earlier route when I actually had Corrin here. Combat with flight units isn't the best,
I mean,
but it's worth it for the movement speed.
I mean, they're intentionally weaker.
Yeah, it's a fair balance. All right, so menu Leona to home base on the next mission.
Yep. Leona needs to. Here's where you can actually order units around through the menu to position them better.
A la, you know, Fire Emblem, like
In
tactical game.
co-op, you don't actually do it as much as you would in solo. Because
Yeah,
you
in
don't
solo,
have
both New Game and New Game Plus, you order units around a
to.
lot.
Especially in New Game Plus, actually. But because you don't care about power differences in Plus really
Yeah.
as much.
In co-op, we can usually handle just about everything as the two of us. The couple of times that we do menu, it's pretty much just to give us a slight head start so that the character we're going to switch to later is running towards the thing that they need to do while we're handling other stuff.
I'm picking up radio on my headset again.
Nice.
I'm getting a 360 ad.
Amazing. Truly incredible.
My headset keeps picking up radio signals, just for context.
Yeah, so put Leona on home base. I'm going to remind you again.
Won't forget. I switched to Camilla in this one.
The notes are here.
Trying not to.
But yeah, you switch to Camilla.
Okay, good. Ready.
God, these
You
load-
switch to Camilla and kind of make your
these
way
load
up the left
screens
side.
were like the worst thing on the planet. Now they go so
Yeah, they're
fast.
literally twice as... That's not Hinoka.
Now.
That must be the dragon's table. Now, let's go stop Valadar's twisted ritual.
I've got the latest. Get in now.
The walls are
So there's a Wall of Darkness, which is a recurring theme you're going to see throughout this game. To take it down, we have to kill some mages. So basically, we're just going to kind of split up here, take the two sides of the map, and fight all of the mages along the way.
A little interesting thing here is I could go straight to the mage here, but it's actually faster for me to go around the long way because I end up taking a fort that opens the gates from the back, which lets me go to my next area a little faster.
With the mage in the south just not
Even
spawn
if I have to
again.
kill a few enemies on this way.
We'll need to break through the gates to reach certain
I need to kill this fort captain, I need to kill that gatekeeper.
Ready. It's over.
Our fave, the mage in the south, just didn't spawn, so that's neat.
fools to resist.
Okay, well that's fine.
From their misery.
Yeah, I'll still get there at the same time.
Yep. So then we're going to head up to the top right of the map here in an area called the Dragon's Table, which is a really edgy name. And then we're going to fight... we're fighting Valadar again, right? Or is this someone else? I don't remember.
This is Valadar.
So with these two flying characters, we're going to pummel Valadar. And then Hex over here is going to switch back to Leona, who we menued to home base at the beginning of the mission
we're
to
gonna
take
see-
on a character who is there.
We're gonna see Dynasty Warriors, Dynasty Warriors crossover game, but mission reason number 3.
Mission reason number 3, brainwashing.
Spot enemy reinforcements.
Why, Robin, you are supposed to be a good guy.
We should have been more cautious.
Yeah, Robin spawns next to immediately, regardless of dialogue stacking, which is good.
Could he be possessed?
Yeah, because a lot of times we just end up waiting for some stuff.
But if
I love
we-
one of these messages coming up here, where it's supposed to be like a formal dialogue queue event.
A successful mission.
It should show up in a second.
Now I must retreat.
After Valadar
I cannot
retreats.
accept this as fated.
So now we're just waiting, unfortunately.
This happens.
Italizian forces snapped Robin out of it. I love that, because it's like, I feel like they wanted it to sound like formal, like a battle report, but it's just snapped Robin out of it. So at Fire Emblem Warriors team at Nintendo, we better get a post-mission
This was made by
dialogue
Koei
skip.
Tecmo.
Koei Tecmo. We better get a post-mission dialogue skip in update 1.3.
That's not gonna happen.
Sad
It didn't
face.
happen in Hyrule Warriors.
Robin is back to normal and we beat the enemy general. Looks like a victory.
Alright, so next up is the Sky Knights mission.
Marth. Hi, Marth.
Marth. Who's definitely Marth, and not someone that's not Marth.
Sure you want to skip?
Better.
Yes, Father. I can't believe this!
So next up here we have this set of split chapters. We're actually going to play them into the 2 sets of 3 that are kind of intended. It just works out for the menuing. So we're going to handle this like Hoshiden nobility storyline first.
And here's the 4th type of storyline: misunderstanding that went to instant blades because no one bothered to try to talk.
Yep. So what happened here is we're talking to Sakura. And Hinoka is like, wait a minute, they kidnapped Sakura, so Hinoka sends her Sky Knights after us. So we get some Hinoka on Hinoka action here, which is going to be super great.
Okay, that was very sloppy.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think you're supposed to press down on the D-pad that mission.
I shouldn't.
There was one mission where you're supposed to do that.
Not
so here
this
are
one.
Dragon Veins. You almost never want to activate them because they play cutscenes.
Yeah, those Dragon Veins create paths that walking characters can go across. Like that, path that I went across flying, you have to activate the Dragon Veins to do that. So the Sky Knights, for me, come down from this, ridge, so I just kind of wait here. Where'd the other Sky Knight go? Oh, there it is.
Let's take down a fort. The mission started.
So once we've taken care of those Sky Knights, we both meet up at this gate over here.
And we get to do our favorite pastime.
Yeah, running into walls.
I've got the latest.
Camilla has a freaking dragon. That's so hardcore. Look at that.
Camilla's the only Wyvern Rider character in this game,
Held them off.
which gives her a lot of unique advantages, making her the only axe-wielding flyer. Meaning that no matter how you stack, because you get a bit of freedom in how you stack your parties in this game. That gate in the back can open too. We don't have to take this fort. if I
Yep.
remember correctly.
Yeah.
You get a lot of freedom with the party design, and it winds up being minor. But Camilla is a 100% absolute must for your party.
Yeah.
The latest. I spot enemy reinforcements.
Oh no, more Sky Knights. Well, they're not mandatory, so whatever. So we're just gonna run right through this fort, cross this flying path, and then take on Hinoka. With Hinoka.
Right away. She doesn't understand.
So there's a golden weakness wheel.
In fairness, to anyone who played this game, if Camilla rocked up with Sakura, Hinoka would be making a very valid decision here to just immediately attack Camilla, because that's probably not a good thing happening.
There we go, so that was Hinoka.
I have weapon advantage
I
there.
am the one true Hinoka, as you can see.
So something to talk about with weapon advantage, this game uses the Fire Emblem weapon triangle.
I already talked about the weapon
you
triangle.
did? Never mind.
I
You've
talked
already
about the
heard.
weapon triangle and gold weakness wheels. Alright, so next mission, menu the walking characters around. Yeah, golden weakness wheel. One other tactic that we're going to start seeing later relating to the relating to the weakness wheel, you can pair characters. You can have 2 characters paired, and what that will do is you can basically switch between them at any time. The other thing that allows you to do is when you're fighting, you fill up a gauge that allows you to do kind of a little combo attack where the character you're paired with shows up and smashes into the enemy, and it forces a weakness wheel to appear, which is really super great because the weakness wheel attacks are the highest kind of damage per second that this game has to offer. So this is Hoshiden Prince. Our boy Xander, I think?
This is
No, this is
Takumi.
yeah, this is Takumi, never mind.
Xander is both the High Prince, or is both the Crown Prince and Norian. So,
Yeah.
very wrong.
I was very wrong.
Oh, right, the menuing.
Yes?
Yeah, so we're actually going to use some menuing here.
What do you need? Okay. Good to be ready.
God, I have some audio delay, and the menuing is very disorienting with the audio delay.
That's annoying.
Sure you want to skip?
So we're going to take our flight units here. What we're going to do is we're basically both going to do some stuff with our flight units and then switch to our walking units. That's why we did the menuing, so that the walking units start walking towards their assigned tasks.
So I'm fighting archer units, and flying units are weak to archer units. But more thing than that is damage doesn't actually affect me. I am grossly overleveled, but the one thing I have to be aware of for those is that if a flying unit gets hit by an archer, the game slows down to, you know, boost the effect and like make you feel it
Oh
more.
wait, I go back this way. So once all these forts are taken care of, we each do a flying fort and a walking fort. Then we go up to kind of the second set of forts past these gates. So that will happen as soon as the dialogue queue catches up. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to take the left upper fort and the middle upper fort. Hex is going to take the right 2 upper forts, I think, or do you just pass through one of them?
I was supposed. No, we need every fort for this mission because it's about finding herbs for Robin. Who's
Okay,
dying.
yeah. So then you take those 2 forts, and then we head up through to the
Or
castle on
Rowan's
top.
dying. Someone's dying.
Someone's dying.
Everyone, secure the fort.
We have to take every fort.
I've got the latest.
And
Hi.
Takumi's fighting us because he's a massive edgelord.
Yeah, Takumi is an edgelord. So Hex already mentioned what happens when bow characters go up against flying characters. That is a risk here, so I'm going to have to be rather
You're
careful.
gonna be very careful. Move, move, move.
If you're looking for
Good
a
job.
fight, now you've got one.
The mission started. I spot
Dodged.
reinforcements.
Enemy forces. We must report this to Captain Oboro at once.
So this should be done in a hot second. And that's Takumi. So next up is High Prince Ryoma, right?
Hi, Prince Ryoma.
So we actually rerouted this mission the other day.
Twice.
Twice.
A successful
This mission's pretty neat. It used to be really slow, but then we realized we didn't have to wait for a dialogue queue
did it.
action as we thought we did, because there was another door that opened.
We still need to queue in the proper order though, because as we learned yesterday, you can queue things in the wrong order here, and you end up waiting around for a back door to open for a while.
Yeah.
So I am actually going to do nothing for the first part of this mission, because if I didn't, I would end up causing some dialogue that we wouldn't want to see.
Yeah.
This should do.
So now it's my time to shine. Yo, level 84. Nice. We're getting there. We need to make it to 99. A nice thing about this game is that you can just power level your characters with money up to the highest level that any one of your characters is. So basically, we manually level Liana and power level everything else around her. So what I'm going to do at the beginning of this mission, I'm going to take the central lower fort and then run up and kill some dragons that are attacking Ryoma.
And I'm going to try to help, but get there too slowly.
Yeah. And then we're going to switch to flyers and move in through the castle. And yeah, we're going to be kind of working in parallel in this mission, then we'll meet up at the top central fort. It works out kind of nicely. A lot of the missions in this game really seem like they're designed for co-op, which is really cool.
Tough fight.
Yeah, especially
So I
one
take down
coming
that
up.
fort captain, then this gatekeeper. Die, gatekeepers.
Coming.
And then there's just a bunch of dragons. Oh no, these giant dragons! They're so strong! Whatever
I'm coming,
will
I'm
I
gonna
do?
help. Oh,
Okay,
I
they're
was
all
too
dead.
late to help.
So then once that's done with,
That stacks that cutscene up higher than some of these cutscenes that will come up from killing these gatekeepers and stuff.
I've got the latest. A successful mission.
so now that that's done, that's how we know we did it right. That cutscene comes up after we meet up with Ryoma. Once we've gotten kind of into the castle, we're going to move through these forts at kind of basically ascending vertically. We just have to take all of them.
The mission started.
So we're just going to be moving pretty quickly.
A successful
We
So,
get
yeah, now these will open
little
pretty fast.
dialogue logged here, kind of at opposite sides of the map, which is, alright, they're open.
So yeah, last time we cutscene stacked wrong there and wound up standing.
Yeah,
at
we
that
tried
gate
to
for 30
do
seconds.
tried to do some other things basically while I was handling the get to Ryoma part. The problem then was the dialogue queue got stacked so that the Ryoma trigger never happened, or like happened super late. And so we just ended up losing a bunch of time. That's like the one time in this game where
Well, then we've discovered.
we've actually had to go slower to finish something. So now we just have to take this
discovered
fort.
so far. We might find more stuff later.
Oh, we definitely will.
The path open.
So here's the golden weakness wheel attack that we just did, and it just absolutely destroyed that Fort Captain. Okay, you ready for the hardest mission in the game?
Oh, this mission's really hard.
This mission's really hard.
Like, everyone, I think we're gonna need silence for this one. When we
Yeah.
actually get into it. Like, this mission is, like, this is, like, the cause of all of our resets.
Yeah, because we've totally ever done a run where we reset, definitely.
We've reset at this mission, every time we've reset, it's been at this mission.
Yeah. I have a horse with wings.
I have a dragon
Well, shit.
Thank you all.
with wings.
I knew I could count on my siblings.
Oh, hey, it's Ryoma. What's up, my dude? Look at this edgelord. Like,
And
what
now
is with this armor? Okay, so now we're
forgetting
through.
to skip those because I just found out that you could skip
You can
those.
press start on the, like, mission completed thing, and it will skip the, like, kind of animation for it and saves, like, a hot, like, 5 seconds.
It's significant.
So now it's
I
time
keep
for the
forgetting to
Norian
do that.
Princess, aka Camilla, who, you know, we have Camilla in our party.
We're gonna actually fight Camilla with Camilla.
We're gonna get
here.
some Camilla on Camilla action here, which is gonna be super great. So yeah, this is probably the hardest mission in the game.
Oh god. I'm a little nervous here.
Yeah.
Alright, complete silence for this mission.
They're not listening to us. Oh well.
I mean, they're not, but people watching the stream probably are.
Alright, you hear me, chat? Silence.
We can't read you, but please be quiet.
Stop Camilla somehow. It's too dangerous. Please wait inside the base. We'll handle this. The mission's started. Enemy soldiers are approaching. We must protect the base.
Okay, wow, that was really hard.
It's not done yet. Not done yet.
A successful mission. Nice. The base is protected.
Alright, I got an HP recovery, which should definitely help.
Oh yeah, HP is gonna be a big factor here.
So yeah, that mission was, as you could tell, not actually that hard. I had to take one fort and...
We're not done yet. We still have to fight Camilla. So the gimmick to this stage was that there's lava that damages you when you walk over it, but it's so non-threatening that you just ignore it. Even in new game, you just ignore it and you just run straight to Camilla.
So yeah, what happened is I have to take one fort on my path. Meanwhile, she fights some Wyvern Riders, and then we just go straight to Camilla.
It's the easiest mission
That's
in the
the
game.
easiest mission in the game outside of, like, the prologue. The prologue being the easiest mission in the game. It's actually easier than Chapter 1.
It is significantly
Put
easier.
Hinoka back in the party after this mission.
Yep, that's something I forget. Especially because it defaults to Cordelia, who looks like Hinoka.
Yep.
I got to meet Elise. Isn't she a dear? I'm looking for my other siblings
Doot doot.
too.
So this will stop in a hot second. There it is.
I can't believe this.
So next up we have Leo and Niles here. What's their, like, motivation? Why are they fighting us?
Why are they fighting us? Misunderstanding.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so we're gonna kind of split up here. And kind of divide and conquer. What's really gonna happen is she's gonna take a flyer and accomplish most of the major tasks in this mission. Did you put Hinoka back in the party?
Nope, I'll do it next mission.
That's fine.
Sure you
You
want
just reminded me and I forgot. This loses a couple seconds.
I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference. So what's gonna happen is I'm basically gonna take Corin here, one of our more powerful characters, all the way to the end of the mission, while she is accomplishing some other tasks. Why didn't you just take Camilla?
I always take, because,
Don't you take...
no, I always take Liana down here.
Do you?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
you
can
take
fight
Liana to
Niles.
Niles. Right. So yeah, she's gonna fight the, like, midway boss while I'm running down towards the final boss. Like I said, division of labor in New Game plus co-op is what makes it a really cool run compared
Normally
to
I
solo.
would take Hinoka here, but I'm gonna take Camilla because I forgot Hinoka.
That's no big deal.
It's not.
So
It's
thanks to
very
the
slightly
dialogue
slower.
queue here, I have now made it all the way to the final boss with arguably the most powerful character currently in our party. and am ready to fight the final boss of this mission.
And I'm also here too, because I had a flyer.
Yeah.
A successful mission. Never mind, Leo. You have an apology to make to me and Elise.
Niles has fallen.
Any day now.
Warned him not to underestimate
Unfortunately, this isn't super exciting sequence here, so the door should open in a second.
Send our forces and tell them to be careful.
Man, these grunts are getting very up. There it is.
You do not need that fort, Captain.
I know.
I spot enemy reinforcements.
So we just run through that fort, which is nice.
More enemy troops are coming from the
We go down here and fight Leo.
Leo!
So thanks to Hex having a flyer,
Mission started.
she gets to get kind of a head start
Yeah,
on
but
Leo.
I did some sloppiness.
Well, once I get here, the health bar just starts moving. If pairing didn't have such a long animation, we would actually take advantage of that to get Corrin here faster, but it does, so. Oh well. So now Leo's dead. Okay, so next up is the fog mission, but I think we have this one memorized after doing it so many times.
This group of strangers is walking up with my sisters. Clearly, they must have kidnapped them. It's silly.
Yeah, here comes just more misunderstandings.
Believe this.
Oh, wow, we got an iron axe. That's such a rare drop. We got another Leo's tomato, which is my favorite character drop.
We actually need those for some. Oh wait, no, we need those for.
Don't we need those for Lin?
We need those for Taku.
Oh, right, yeah,
For
yeah.
the archer missions.
Yeah.
Not related to the run.
Okay. So this mission was one of the harder missions to route because there's these two fog sections, and getting the dialogue queue to stack optimally was really difficult.
I got to fumble around without being able to see for a while.
Yeah, so what they want you to do is clear out the fog and the poison fog, which is two separate things. We're going to do neither of those things because
They had cutscenes.
cutscenes.
Surrounded. We need to help.
So I'm going to take Camilla, and Hex is going to take Hinoka, and we're going to kind of divide and conquer on the two sides of this map, which is a recurring theme you may or may not have noticed for this co-op speedrun. So this is a mission where we might get some fort captain despawns. One thing I have to be careful about in this mission, in this top fort here, I believe, there is the mage who is casting the poison fog. I have to be very careful to not kill that mage. Because if I kill that mage, then the poison fog will disappear after a dialogue queue cutscene. Okay, I did that without killing the mage. If you kill the mage, it just slows things down, because we're going to get dialogue queue stuck here in a bit. So, I'm going this way.
We need to turn the tide.
So then I go into the poison fog. Oh no, look how
So
much
I have
damage
to kill
it's
all
doing
of
to
these
me.
assault troops in the fog, and I can't see them from more than a couple feet away, so it's a bit of a pain.
Yeah. Oh hey, my map is doing the despawn thing.
There's a caster we must eliminate. He'll have positioned himself
Alright.
outside.
So then, we actually initially had Hex doing this fort here, but because she's fighting the assault troops, I'm going to take this fort, despite it being on kind of the right side of the map. And then, I'm going to head back to where I started.
Don't
Or
forget
where
to
I-
kill those health bar enemies.
That's what I'm doing right now. And then I have to take out these health bar enemies, because if we don't, this base can end up getting taken. We need all the other forts taken to ensure that... the mission progresses.
Let's celebrate later.
I did a really bad job with these armored knights.
That's okay. Is that all of them?
Yeah, I did that kind of slow, so...
I mean, it's fine.
Camilla, Leo, and
So,
Elise are here to
because now we're on that dialogue box, that basically means that the queue is progressing in the way we want it to. It's just kind of a couple Xander talks and Leo talks and this Falcon Knight talks. The Falcon Knight is behind this door. We're going to fight this Falcon Knight, and that's going to be the end of the mission.
That base in the bottom right, it gets close to being retaken, but it will never actually get retaken.
Enemy
Yeah, it gets an...
reinforcements, eh?
oh, well that one
Stop them
is
before
at
we
risk
lose our
too.
forts.
Shouldn't matter.
As long as this door opens before it gets taken, the bottom left is in peril.
It's fine.
Mission started.
Corrin's in the bottom left.
Ready.
Okay. So, any second now.
God damn it. It's...
The dialogue queue is getting a little slow. We should be fine, though.
A successful mission.
Here we go. Once this text box comes up, we're good.
Maybe you should only kill one of those armored enemies in the future, because the dialogue queue got stuck behind that.
I mean, I don't normally kill one, but I saw it. I mean, aren't those the enemies that we need to kill?
No, they just have a habit of taking over that one base. But we were waiting for the Camilla killed. The ones I killed needed to be killed.
Okay, then I will not do that. We're still learning with this game.
That's why this was so slow for me. I'm playing as Cordelia. We never put Hinoka back in the party.
You're the ones who helped my family.
That's why that was terrible.
Please put Hinoka back in the party.
Yeah, we lost a bit of time to that.
Let me handle the introductions.
Also hit right before selecting this mission. So a little quirk with this game in New Game Plus, or is this in New Game also?
It's in both.
Is
Results like this can
ideally
great effort.
every time you complete a mission, you automatically get advanced to the next one, but there's some weird quirks with this kind of split path thing that we've got going on here. Put Hinoka back in the party.
I won't forget again.
So we actually have to make sure we hit right there, otherwise we open up Crown Prince Xander again, and it's really annoying. So this mission is one of the missions that kind of... That's
That is
really
very
loud
loud.
over there. That's really loud.
Right here.
We're gonna put Hinoka back in the party. This mission is one of the missions that kind of inspired us to start doing this co-op. This mission requires moving
Well,
in
this is what-
synchronization on the two sides of the map, because you have the Hoshins and the Norians on opposite sides of the map. In single player, you have to like run back and forth.
The mission will end if one side gets more powerful than the other, so you need to take it
Yeah,
in parallel.
but in co-op, we can kind of divide and conquer really easily, which is super great.
We can't lose Ryoma or Xander. Let's hurry to the bases.
It'd be dangerous to go straight to them.
This is also the mission that made us realize how good flyers were, because we have to use flyers here so that we don't have to watch that Dragon Vein cutscene. And this is where we kind of realized just how much of a time save they are.
Yeah.
If we focus everything on just one army.
As you can see, we're literally doing the same stuff on opposite sides of the map, which I think makes this mission's really cool in co-op.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we're gonna get kind of desynced here because of the dialogue queue.
My gate will open first.
Yeah, Hex's gate always opens first. So now we just have to wait here. The commander of each army will kind of make a statement like, "Oh no, we're under attack! Open the gates!" Something like that, and then the gate will open. So yeah, once the reinforcements show up, we'll get a message here from Ryoma, and then Hex's gate will open up.
Fallen to the Hoshidans? Take it back now.
I spot enemy
Any day now. Hi.
The mission's starting.
Are the enemies behind us even Norians? It doesn't matter. Take them out.
I spot enemy reinforcements.
Yeah, we need to wait for all of these.
Yeah, unfortunately, this
There we
is
go,
the way
now
it is
mine
with
opens.
Dynasty Warriors, so mine should open in a hot second here.
Who is attacking us from behind? Launch an attack.
My gatekeeper's not spawning.
It'll show up.
Spot enemy reinforcements.
Will it? That took forever.
Yeah,
Actually
that
lost
was-
a lot. That was one of the worst gatekeepers.
I mean, it's not gonna matter. I literally just got to my gatekeeper.
That's fair.
We need to move. Who sees the fort?
I cannot go on. The base is full.
There we go.
I like how you dramatically pushed a button there.
We need to
Well, I was doing the dramatic attack. So yeah, that
but
mission's
you
really
didn't even
cool
need to
because
push a
you get
button
to
there.
just move completely in parallel, which is a lot of fun in this game.
a successful mission.
Impossible.
Alright, so next up is Iago.
Iago.
Iago, so you get more proto-magical voice acting in this mission, because I love one of Iago's lines here. It's just super dub voice is what it is.
Oh look, it's the brainwash mission again.
Oh no, not the brainwash mission again. What happened to Corrin?
There's a Henry.
Is he what? Why are we?
So some of our friends get brainwashed by this dude with a weird face named Iago. So how this mission's gonna work is basically I'm gonna end up taking the flyers, she's gonna take the walkers. There's kind of two phases to this mission.
I don't really help that much in the first half of this mission.
No, you don't.
I do a very small amount.
I mean, you help with Iago.
I also do the first gatekeeper so that you don't have to stop.
Yeah, so it ends up working out that she is in the right. Please stop. Come on.
They're too formidable for us.
Yeah, so by the time I manage to get to this fort, it's already been taken, which is really nice, because then, as you can see, I'm just getting way ahead of her. So now we're going to take this fort and then go wait at a gate beyond
By
it.
the time I get over there, the fort will be taken.
Oh, absolutely. The fort's been taken. The second bit of this mission has a little bit more balanced labor, but the flying characters really own this mission because it's a lot, very spread out content. So now we wait here for a bit.
Iago, so this was your work. You'll pay dearly for this, you disgrace.
The mission started. Change in plans.
So we're gonna go fight Iago, who's gonna disappear at half health and make a tactical retreat. You fool, look it up.
Save your voice acting for when the voice acting.
That wasn't voice acting, that was quoting. So we have to kind of go the long way around here, which is minorly annoying.
I got hit. I messed up and got hit by an enemy, so I'm lagging behind. So I'm gonna be
Wow,
less helpful.
you're terrible at this game. Come on, keep up. We have to take that fort, and then we run over here, and it's kind of like, if you remember the Camilla, or not the Camilla mission, the Niles and Leo mission, where the flying character got ahead and started dealing damage to just get a little head start for the walking character to come in and just destroy. Because as you can see, the walking characters are just super powerful compared to the flying characters.
You should stop juggling.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Right.
So then
Iago actually disappears
once
at half
Iago
health.
disappears at half health, we switch sets of characters here to Korin and Hinoka,
So-
and we're gonna go through here.
Something to note about juggling, when we juggle characters in the air, it's actually a mistake. We're supposed to let them come back down. This is because they take less damage in the air.
Yeah. Ryoma and co. stopped attacking Italizian forces. So what's going to happen here is we're going to divide up these 3 forts that we have to take and then go fight Iago round 2. Oh, I'm not running. It's called a tactical retreat, you fool. Look it up. Okay, that's line number 2 that I love in this video game.
Of 2.
Of 2, yeah.
Don't expect any more voice acting.
Maybe if I'm in a good mood. So I'm going to actually pass through this fort because I have to walk a longer path to get over here.
We'll make it a donation incentive. Note that we do not have donations for this marathon.
Donate turtles.
Spam the turtle emote in chat. We can't see it, but we'll appreciate that you might have done it.
Yeah. So I take that fort. We have to take all 3 of these, and it just works out that she can take the 2 on the right, and I dip off to go to the one in the center.
Well, the 4 captains are replaced by mages there, so that's why.
Yeah, because we have to kill the mages, who are also the fort captains. And then we get up here long before the wall of darkness goes down.
Huh? Who are you? Why is everyone from Nor and Bushido together? We've got to change tactics.
I wonder if I can do that thing I did last time again, where I managed
yeah,
to make it
that's
in
right.
through this door.
You can get through these opening doors. You can gain a tiny amount of speed. If you happen to line up a dodge with this, it's incredibly minor.
The mission started. A successful mission.
All right, there we go.
Hell yeah.
You got it, I didn't.
I was literally just mashing B.
I was too.
So Iago's kind of annoying, and by kind of annoying, I mean very annoying.
Not really.
He's annoying to flyers. Magic characters are annoying. Because they
he's
have...
gonna die like instantly. There
Yeah.
we go, he's dead.
Hinoka did the triangle of death. Because math kills, kids. Be aware.
Please, you must
Math. Not even once.
merely following orders.
If you have a friend or teacher that's trying to get you to do math,
There will be no mercy for you.
Remember to tell them no.
Stop with your lies.
say no to
Your
math.
time has come.
Do drugs instead. What?
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 A successful mission.
I didn't say anything. Did you say something?
No, I didn't say anything.
Scary words? Ooh, I'm trembling.
Sure you want to skip?
Hey, Kaylee! Do you know what time it is?
I don't
It's
wanna-
time for the best
Can't we
mission
just
in the
skip this
game!
one?
So, this is an escort mission,
I'd love
It's
to.
a
and
little-
it sucks.
It's real bad.
It's really, really terrible. it sucks.
It's also
because
an
we have to
RNG
escort
Hellfest.
Darius here,
Like 2
and
minutes.
so
of
Darius
RNG.
does not like to move forward in general. But if there's like literally any enemies at all around him, he will stop to fight them because he's the worst.
That includes tiny grunts, not just
Yeah,
health bar.
yeah. So this mission's fun. This is the main source of randomness in this game, which I guess is something worth noting here. This game is not very random, which is pretty cool.
There's a bigger RNG thing in new game solo, but it doesn't really affect us here.
So the other cool thing that we're going to start to see in this mission is a set of skills that we like to call pairing tech. I talked a little bit about pairing and the stun gauge. The other cool thing you can do with pairing is you can pair one of our walkers and one of our flyers to get the flyer's movement speed and the walker's power, because the cool thing with pairing is the switch between characters is basically instant. If you do an attack and then switch, it just happens really quickly.
You can't switch while a flying unit is in a dash,
Yeah.
but you can instantly exit a dash by attacking.
So what
and
you
can
usually
from
do,
an
because
attack.
what we usually end up doing is like flying the flying unit to a battle, and then you just smash the ground with one attack as the flying unit and then switch.
I hate you, Darius.
That was a sloppy fight. So while I have a bunch of free time here, I'm gonna go pair with Camilla.
And I'm just gonna babysit Darius so that nothing's around him. He will still attack at nothing.
So now I have Camilla, so I can just switch between them.
For the fun fact, Darius will still attack the air sometimes, even if you do clear everything out around him.
Yeah, so now we just get to kind of babysit. So as you can see, I can just start attacking and then switch characters at will, which is really awesome. Another thing you can do with pairing tech is cancel out certain long attack animations, which is really nice, because, you know, it just allows you to increase your damage per second by a little bit, which is very good.
I healed Darius there. There was no reason for it. I'm just bored.
I'm gonna push
It'll
him.
say when it says Darius has started moving again, you can run off.
I'm not
Oh,
going
I
to.
shouldn't have healed. It added a dialogue link. For the future, never do that again.
Yeah. Now we know. So now we just wait for Darius to get bored of fighting grunts.
He is in a pretty good position. He's quite far north, which is good.
A successful mission.
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Go this way. Okay, buddy. I am going to push Darius all the way there by myself if I must. If this game ever gets a task, that's what you do. Darius! Darius, what are you
He's
doing?
going back to where we started. And then some enemies spawned around him.
What in the shit, Darius?
Did we take all 3 forts? Did we, like, miss one?
Did you take the southern port?
Yes, I took it with you.
I took the north and the middle forts.
They're all blue.
This is just really terrible Darius randomness.
Acting like there's something we still have to do.
I've got the latest.
Darius is advancing again.
Okay, so it was just terrible luck. Because, like, we weren't even dialogue locked.
Darius.
Okay, this is your time to go wait at your spot, by the way. Okay, well, that was some of the worst Darius RNG we've ever seen. Go wait at your spot. Darius is
No,
gonna get
I
there
have
soon.
plenty of time.
You have to get to the other side of the map.
It's
He's
really
almost
not
in there.
that far.
He's almost in there. You need to go.
I do not need to go. That is absolutely incorrect. We established this last time I did a run. So now I will go.
I like those results.
So now I go wait here. See? Look at
Oh,
that.
Right. I guess you did have time.
Yep. So now that the drawbridge is opened, I get to go accomplish some non-escort mission tasks.
And I get to babysit Darius more.
Yep. Pairing tech is super great. So here's the ZR plus Y attack there, that like green Camilla showed up. Made that kill almost instantaneous, which is really great.
Alright, the phase 2 Darius RNG is a little better.
Nice. Yeah, there's 2 phases of Darius here. So I have to go take these forts
Mission started.
and then kill this health bard enemy up here, who is a sage who doesn't have a name yet, but they'll tell us about this sage very soon. This sage is spawning enemies, so if this sage is dead, we get less Darius fodder.
These
So now, all of our tasks for this mission are kind of done. We just need to get Darius through this door, which is significantly harder than you'd think, because Darius is terrible.
A successful mission.
He actually did. That was actually really good phase 2 RNG. He's already here.
I like those results.
So now we just murder grunts until our boy Darius.
He's there. He's here. We're just waiting for cutscenes. Don't kill health bird enemies.
The mission's starting. Ready.
You know you have a good mission when we've killed a combined like 800 or 900 enemies rather.
The path to their base is open.
We got really bad phase 1 Darius RNG.
We're about to see much more resistance. Be ready. Excellent. Now we can get inside.
Come on, Darius. There we go. Okay, so that's the worst mission in the game right there. Okay, so next up is
That was
Garnef
not
1.
the best one of those. That was
Yeah, no, that was pretty bad. There's not a ton you can do though, so...
I can't recall.
Then there's a bunch of cutscenes after.
So now, Darius goes into the fort and the door closes behind him, and we're
He
about to
has
get
been
attacked by a
kidnapped.
crap ton of monsters. Those
we
people are
need
being
to
very
rescue
loud.
our friend Darius.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to the world tree to try and find some powerful swords, because there's just powerful swords there, obviously. Totally. Duh.
This is in every Dynasty Warriors game, I think. Like, we need to have the protagonist character get their big, powerful weapon
Yeah.
that we don't even use because we don't have the right materials for it to be any good.
Yep.
Good to go.
So this is the one where we both take flyers and then
Yep.
we kill Garnef clones. So this mission is...
There's another little bit of randomness here.
It's
We're
not
gonna
so-
fight this guy named Garnef, and then he's gonna disappear, and then we're gonna fight him again.
Now I can bury you.
And except the second time he's gonna spawn 3 of himself, but only one of them is the real one. So luckily, because we're in co-op, we're able to handle 2 of the spawns at the same time.
The mission's starting.
If it happens to be the 1 in 3 chance that it's the 3rd spawn, then we got unlucky, but we actually have plans in our route for if it is the 3rd spawn.
It's not that big of a deal. It is in
It's
new
really
game.
not.
In new game, and especially solo, it's a huge
Yeah, in new
problem.
game solo, it's pretty bad.
But here the RNG is kind of not that big of a deal. It's a 2 in 3 chance that it won't even matter.
I've got the latest.
You having fun up there?
I am trying to come back down. I don't like Hinoka as a combat character, but she is the highest damage output.
This tree is bigger than
Besides Camilla. Of flyers.
Yeah, highest damage flyer besides Camilla. Almost done here. Flyer combat isn't as fun as Walker combat. That attack is very good.
I'm gonna go...
So now we switch back to our walkers, and we're gonna get in position for the Garnef clones.
The mission's starting. A successful mission.
So I'm pretty sure Garnef spawns over here somewhere.
And Garnef spawns right here on my end.
So now we just have to wait for the Garnef clones to spawn.
One of them will be real at random.
A shadow. Garnef, show yourself.
Ready. We seize the fort. I spot enemy reinforcements.
I was slightly off
There's
where
the
mine
Garnef.
was gonna spawn.
So here's Garnef's 2 in 3 chance that we have a good Garnef spawn, because there's 3 of them, and we're fighting 2 of them right now.
And Camilla will be right next to the 3rd one because she will automatically path over there.
Where did my Garnef go? I guess he was
Yours
fake.
was a fake.
The mission's starting.
Mine was the real one though.
Okay, cool. I had just switched to Camilla. I don't think we've ever actually done a run where we've gotten a bad
No,
Garnef
but it's
spawn in
happened
that
when we
mission.
were. It's happened while we were grinding out ILs.
Yeah.
And by grinding out, I mean routing.
I shall bring this chapter.
Alright, so now that we have the super powerful swords that were in the world tree, we're gonna go back and take on the monsters that are kidnapping Darius.
As long as he's free.
Kidnapping.
Poor Darius.
Poor Darius, he has been kidnapped against his will.
Poor Darius.
Poor
Our
Darius.
hands on a new power. Let's go, everyone.
sure you want to skip? I can't believe this!
Yo, Plop, how's the stream doing? Nice. Thank you. Hi, chat. Y'all are wonderful. Thank you for watching this little marathon that we threw together literally this week. And I guess I'll say this while we're waiting here. Thank you very much, RIT EGS, for letting us do this. This is awesome. We really like putting on marathons.
Here's where the flyer tech starts to be really important.
So yeah, we're both... So if you noticed on the map there, how there's a walker and a flyer on the north side and south side of the map each, we're going to pair those sets and use the pairing tech throughout this entire mission, because this mission involves a lot of, like, fort taking and a lot of movement, but a lot of combat too. So we're just going to pairing tech, so we don't need to take the first middle fort, but we do need to take the second middle fort.
Stop. Think. We've attacked this place before. The enemy will be on alert.
Oh my god.
She's right. First, we must take the
Well, I
other
exploit the
to gain a
weakness,
foothold
so
for our
whatever.
attack.
My turn now. We seized the fort. I'll take the lead. We seized the fort. We seized the fort. My turn now. We seized the fort. I won't surrender.
Cool. So now we gotta stick together for cutscene stacking reasons. We need to go wait at this door,
Move in
make
and
sure
take
to
the
do as
interior
little
forts.
as possible.
I'll take the lead.
This will
Yep.
open in just a second. This one doesn't take long to open.
Yeah. The cutscene stacking kind of worked itself out here. Unfortunately, we're still waiting for the cutscenes that tell us to take that middle fort that we just took, which was the castle tower.
Front gate is fortified. Using the north
Thanks,
Um,
Kaida.
is our best
Thanks,
bet.
Kaida. We used to use Kaida, but Hinoka ended up being better.
Hinoka has a unique weapon, which means that she has a higher potential for damage output.
We're not gonna
So we're
lose
gonna go
this
through here, take one more fort, make a couple turns, take a fort, and then wait for some dialogue, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is one of the last big weighty parts of the game.
Door inside is open. We must brace ourselves for trouble. My turn now.
Where is the freaking door?
You are going this way.
There we go. It's kind of easy to get just turned around here because of switching back and forth. Good thing I got off of my flyer in time for that.
Alright, so now we just wait at this door.
Yep.
There's a fork in the path. You two must decide.
So we're gonna open this door. We're gonna go fight some monsters,
Ready.
and then we're gonna save Darius from his kidnapping,
Attack the enemy's rear.
because he's kidnapped.
We
Definitely.
will save you, Darius, the victim of this story.
We should have been more cautious. They're coming from
So if you notice those purple circles that spawned on the map, those are Outrealm portals, which just spawn monsters, I guess, is their thing.
We seized the fort.
In this mission, we're going to completely ignore them. Later, we're going to have to take a bunch of them. One of the last missions in the game, Chapter 19, Reclaiming Home, actually has some pretty interesting routing to handle a bunch of Outrealm portals, some, what are they called? Crystals? Dark crystals
Dark
or whatever,
crystals are the only
and a
one.
bunch of forts.
There aren't any dark crystals in that mission. Dark crystals are a Belzark thing.
Tell us, where is Darius?
No, they're also in Darius too.
Are they? I thought they were just Outrealm. Well, maybe
I don't
right.
remember. Anyways, that mission has some really cool routing. That was actually, when we were finishing our routing, we thought that mission was going to be super easy because it was an easy mission compared to the rest of the missions routed. It ended up being one of the most difficult missions to route in the entire game.
It's easy to do casually, but there's a lot of variables if you're trying to do it quickly.
I can go through the correct doorway. So we're going to completely ignore that Outrealm sentry.
Hi, buddy. Then we need to clear everything out of this room.
Yeah, I mean all the health barred enemies.
The mission's starting.
So this is where the stun gauge pairing attack really starts to come in handy.
And just as a note, even if you don't empty the stun gauge, it's still useful to bring up because it stuns the monster in place for you.
Stun gauge?
Or the weak point gauge, rather.
Yeah.
So that was fairly smooth.
Yeah, that was a pretty good mission overall. So now we find out that we have in fact been betrayed by Darius.
Nonsense.
Oh,
Darius
no.
would never betray us.
This.
Oh no, so sad.
Quick, let's defeat Darius. For Darius.
for Darius.
Everyone in the
So
game
now,
like instantly forgives Darius for this.
So I guess the in-game reason for this mission is because we have to like break Darius out of his spell or whatever.
I think Darius.
But
forced-
honestly, the two of us are playing this mission as revenge for making Darius
well, we
for
already
having
broke
to
him out of his
escort
cell.
him.
There's a history mode mission where you fight 5 Dariuses. It's the best.
Good to ready.
You might want to move your hair out of the way of the microphone.
Oh, I gotta blip. My headset.
Neat. Okay, so in this mission, we're going to pair. We're going to pair our flyers and stick with the pairs the entire time. From pretty much every mission from here on out, we're going to be pairing something. When possible, it's going to be our flyers. At some points, it may actually be NPCs.
The green
Characters who we can't control. So the thing is, they're super weak, sure. However, they're really useful for pairing tech because they still allow you to do the weakness gauge attack. So even if they're not actually very powerful themselves, they allow us to use weakness gauges, which absolutely speed things up a lot. So this is another kind of moving in parallel mission here.
It's also super easy to get turned around in this one.
Yeah.
But we've grounded out a lot, so that doesn't happen to us anymore.
Yeah, alright, I'm almost at my sage. So then we have to kind of make it to these opposite sides of the map to fight these sages who are casting a wall of darkness. Sound familiar? That's because Fire Emblem Warriors ran out of ideas by chapter 10.
I mean, this is pretty standard Dynasty Warrior stuff.
Yeah. Okay, my sage is dead.
Mine's dead too.
Okay, so now we wait at this wall of darkness.
Actually, it's not worth changing because we're fighting out for Captain the moment we get in here.
I've got the latest.
Defeat Sage to dispel wall of darkness. Oh yeah, we should do that.
Oh, okay, good job.
Nice, great job.
Oh,
Great job, you defeated a sage.
thank you. I worked hard to defeat that sage. You don't actually end up... The good thing about the later game is you end up waiting around a lot less.
Hi, that's the wrong way. Very easy to get turned around,
So
coming in and out of pairing
this
tech.
fight up here is actually pretty hard because there's these... there's...
The nice
there's
thing is
these-
we get golden weakness wheels on Darius, which makes him die super quickly.
Oh, that's because of Hinoka's axe, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry, Camilla's axe.
But there's these Chaos Dragon statues over here that are causing a whole mess of trouble because they just
They
attack
can make this
us.
fight very challenging. But
That was pretty fast though.
I think that's the second fastest we've done that.
Yeah. Okay, so in this next mission, now we have to kind of basically do the same thing again, except we have to do some slightly different tasks
we're gonna have
before
to-
we get the privilege of pummeling the shit out of Darius.
So this one's route is a little more complicated.
Yeah.
We're gonna be pairing green NPCs this match because we need everybody.
Yeah, because the flyers will get used on their own later in the mission. Pairing and unpairing is definitely not worth it. And the nice thing is the flyers kind of auto-path
no,
to
they're
tasks
used
that we need to
immediately.
accomplish later.
But they're kind of sent off to various corners of the map where they're not worth being brought back.
Yeah.
Good to ready.
So meanwhile, I'm going to stick with Camilla this whole mission. I'm going to pair Xander, if you remember him. Again, he's super weak
You're
compared to
Corrin,
the
you're
player
with Corrin.
characters.
You're with Corrin.
Yeah.
You said Camilla.
Did I say Camilla? I meant Corrin. So I'm going to grab my boy Xander here.
And I'm
then
gonna pair,
go do a
I'm
bunch of
gonna pair
tasks.
Robin with Liana for later.
The mission's starting.
The darkness courses through my body. My very blood.
So those Outrealm portals are power, or sorry, these are Dark Crystals. And these are powering,
I don't know.
Yeah, so we need to take down these dark crystals so that they stop powering up Darius,
and then
basically.
the second set will spawn later. Darius will always heal once regardless.
Yeah, he heals using the power of the crystals, but like even if you... Okay, Corrin, that's enough. Thank you. I got stuck in a long attack animation there, which is annoying. So we have to kill these sages. So with the power of these paired NPCs, we get to use these weakness gauges.
I don't have one with Camilla, so mine's gonna go slower.
You don't? Okay, well I do. So that allowed me to fight that sage really quickly.
Yeah, Hinoka doesn't actually
Because
pair
this is a speed run.
Nice work.
Must move speed. So now I'm gonna head into like the throne hall here and start having the time of my life pummeling the ever-living shit out of Darius as revenge for making us escort him.
Alright, so I'm gonna take Takumi over here. And I'm gonna take...
Goodbye, hundreds of grunts. I just find it so funny that the grunts, you just run past them, they don't attack you. They just kind of stare, maybe slowly move towards you.
They will attack you if you stand still next to them for long enough.
Yeah.
They're absurdly weak. They're set dressing for you to... They're pots in Dark Souls. You can
Yeah.
run through, you can roll through them and kill them.
Those turrets are in the way.
So now I'm going to start pummeling Darius. Like we said earlier, his plan is to heal using the power of those dark crystals and the Outrealm portals that we already destroyed. But it's programmed into the game. It's programmed into the game that he will heal once no matter what. So unfortunately, there's no way to skip his heal, at least that we've discovered, but we're pretty sure.
Even if there was, because of how fast we take out Darius, it's not worth waiting around for. Because he won't heal twice is the thing. He'll just stay at 1 health the second time.
Yeah, so now we just kind of pummel him. Okay, so I got a stun gauge attack off there, which is really good.
Now I'm going to switch back to Liana and join the Darius fight.
Don't lose focus. If you are going to act swiftly.
Darius, is it really you?
Okay, portal is opening. Let's go. So when he says that, we have to run off here and fight 2 more portal guardians, or Outrealm sentries, whatever you want to call them.
I like those results. Nice work.
These things are not very strong, so it's kind of whatever.
Yep, when we, there's actually a character we're going to switch out Corin for who has Draco Slayer on her weapon by default, and that's going to make that go even faster.
Nice work.
This is our only
Yeah, so Darius is going to heal here, even though we've taken out everything.
We need to move.
The good thing is this pummeling while he's at 1 health is going to matter, because it will... Oh, I guess not. I guess I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, I don't think it carries over. But we, as long as we're pummeling him, we the pummeling starts instantly.
There has to be something we can do to free Darius.
Darius actually gets kind of annoying here. He likes to attack back like a competent enemy or something. Anyways, we're just
I
gonna
missed a bunch with my stun gauge attacks.
knock him into this back room, I guess. Dynasty Warriors fights have a lot of knockback.
You have to actually...
And knock up, I guess.
That was
So
a little
that's-
sloppy, but not terrible.
That was yeah. So now Darius is dead. Thank the Lord. So next up, Chapter 19, the chapter that I talked about, called Reclaiming Home, where we're going to do a lot of character switching and multitasking. We're almost done. We're getting towards the... This is the end game set of missions here. We just have this, we have another fight at the World Tree, and then we take on Chaos Dragon Velazark, who's apparently at the bottom of all of this or something. I don't know what the plot of this game is, honestly.
I know I've said this jokingly before, but in seriousness, this is the most complicated route in the game.
Yeah.
It's not terrible, but there's a lot of specific movement and cutscene stacking. And every movement, every order of everything is very intentional with this one.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pair, hi Xander.
I'm gonna grab
I'm gonna
Robin.
pair my boy Xander again. And then I'm basically gonna stay as Hinoka for this whole mission, which kind of sucks. I hate combat as Hinoka, as I've talked about. This cutscene here is really annoying, because it spawns right in the middle of your fight and takes your lock-on off.
We can close the portals if we defeat those enemies in the way.
But we both just kind of have our own little routes here that we're taking through this city. We're trying to ideally optimize the dialogue queue here to accomplish certain tasks first and then other tasks afterwards, naturally.
Nice work.
Hex is actually going to be switching characters a lot,
Towards the beginning, yeah.
where I'm basically just going to be Hinoka this entire time just because of how it all works out.
Ideally, Xander or Takumi will be on this route here.
I have Xander.
Okay, someone should be. Ideally, some NPC will be around here because there's Rowan. So okay, I'll pick up Rowan because this
Yeah.
is where parent tech starts to matter a lot.
Yeah, with these late game enemies, even when we're level 80, they take a non-zero amount of time to kill, which sucks.
Let's close these Outrealm portals.
So I did the kind of optimal thing here, and I knocked this Outrealm Sentry back towards this
Now I'm
fort
waiting
to
for
save
fort
on
captain
movement
to respond.
frames.
So something that's kind of difficult here, I have to be sure not to knock this fort captain out of the fort. I know that doesn't sound that hard, but with Camilla's like massive throwing
Yeah, the
everything everywhere,
Flyers like to knock back.
the reason is because I have to hit this Dragon Vein in this fort, and if I hit this fort captain off into the distance, I have to come all the way back.
Yeah. So I'm kind of doing the, well, not here, but my next fort is kind of the same. I'm actually going to do a little bit kind of inconvenient seeming routing here. There's going to be something that's going to spawn to my right on the map that I'm going to take care of, but I'm going to go somewhere else first because I want to accomplish that task. So that portal just spawned to my, like directly to my right.
It's cutscene stacking. We do
Oh,
these
yeah.
in an order
We
that
want-
seems suboptimal for cutscene's sake.
Yeah, we want the Dragon Veins to be activated. That's like our first order of business. Because the Dragon Veins are what's going to allow us to get to the last fort here, this Bell Tower fort. So we need all the Dragon Veins done as soon as possible.
So-
And then and then while the dialogue queue is going, I basically go back and take care of that Outrealm portal that opened by where I was.
I've got the latest.
This mission is close all the portals and take all the forts, by the way.
Yeah, and that's basically it. Reclaiming home. You just have to do a bunch
And
of
you do
stuff
need
here.
to hit every Dragon Vein because they open up the pathways to forts you can't normally get to at all.
That's what we can.
Even though we don't like hitting Dragon
Oh,
Veins.
I got stuck in
because
an
they like
attack
cutscenes.
animation. Okay, so that's that. Gonna make sure to hit this Dragon Vein. I forgot last run, and that cost us like a hot minute or so.
Yeah, that was kind of costly last run. But now
Should I
that's
go?
gone.
Should I go take care of that,
Yeah,
or should I go to the center first?
Let's pass
no, I'll go to the center. You take care of that. You go take care of that.
Okay, so this mission has a lot of variability, as we've already mentioned, with like AI behavior, as well as dialogue queue stacking. Just kind of depending on how things go, your route can change. Sometimes if I move a little bit faster, I'm able to go take that center Outrealm portal before this Bell Tower fort opens.
You might end up doing it anyway after I take this north
Yeah.
one.
Once we control all the forts, we'll chase those fiends out of town.
We need to move.
Okay, yeah, I'm done. I'm on my way to the center. So yeah, this mission, like a lot of the other ones, just very divide and conquer. This one just requires a little more thought than a lot of the others. But once all these Outrealm sentries are done, and all the portals are taken, that's the entire mission.
Yep, I end up taking out. I end up doing a ton of character switching here, whereas
Yeah,
Proto ends up staying as Hinoka the entire mission. It's just the way this.
so there we
works out.
go. And
Well,
that's the mission.
That was pretty smooth for that mission, honestly.
A successful
Alright, so next up we have Chapter 20, back at the World Tree. We're gonna fight some, like, shadow clones of our party.
Shadow clones.
Or of, like, our characters, not necessarily our party, that includes the NPCs.
Stay closed now.
So we get some good combat here and some cool routing. We're gonna be pairing our Flyers and Walkers again in this upcoming mission.
A little fun fact, if you're playing this game casual and you want to grind out rare materials belonging to specific characters, you can use the shadows here because they'll always spawn based on what's in the
Sure you
party.
wanna skip?
So characters like Lynn and Anna and Celia is a good mission for grinding out their materials.
Yeah. Clash at the World Tree. So we're actually, just for a little bit of routing efficiency, we're actually going to switch to our Flyers
No, never.
to go pair our Walkers. Just based on the map spawns, that works out to be the better way to handle things, because if you notice there on the map, the Flyers spawn at the very bottom of the map, and we have to go a little farther up to start. So we don't want to have our Walkers run backwards. So at the beginning of the mission, we're going to kind of... Oh no, wait, we split up the entire time. We only meet up at the end, never mind.
I've got the latest. It's my turn now.
So we're going to switch, and then kind of head back out here, find our characters, and pair them.
And then I need to hit this Dragon Vein as fast as possible because
Yep.
Ready yourselves for battle.
I've got the latest.
There it is.
yeah, this.
So then I
need
just
to
end
get
up
that,
waiting
I need to get that on the dialogue
by
stack
this
as
wall
soon
of
as
branches.
possible.
We can't get by.
Because the faster she handles that Dragon Vein, the
Yep,
faster
got
I
it.
can get through here.
I got it. That was a little sloppy, but it wasn't terrible.
Fine. So we're gonna have to, in addition to some Shadow Clones, we're gonna take out some mages that are casting a Wall of Darkness, blah 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 blah, Dynasty Warriors, same stuff as always. Okay, so this should go in a second here. Yeah, there it is. So now I can start moving here.
A successful mission. Let's pass what we can. No touch. The branch has disappeared. Now we can get through.
Now we wait for some shadows to spawn. They'll spawn like back here.
Press on. We don't have time to drag our feet here.
We can't get through without the fort. Let's take it and open the gate.
Hey, monster buddies.
The mission started.
So yeah, so now we have to wait. The first shadows are going to spawn, and they're going to function as the gatekeepers for these, like, second-level
By the
forts.
way, they will spawn slightly before the dialogue tells us they spawn, so that's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, you just kind of have to wait for them to appear, and then you go.
If only it weren't so dark.
So both of us have our pair attacks will hit weapon weakness on these two.
Yeah, it works out really nicely based on which shadows spawn because of our party.
This is
We
why-
will get gold weakness wheels
This
on
is-
these shadows, which is really cool.
But this is why way back at the beginning it's important to put Hinoka on top, because typically we get weapon advantage with positioning this way. More often than not, much more often than not. It's actually like
What? Enemies disguised as our friends are guarding the fort? The mission started.
Yeah, so there I go to a golden weakness wheel.
Fighting styles. Careful.
Then once you walk into that circle, you get the golden weakness wheel attack, and that took like practically a third of the shadow's health
I did
all
mine
at
very
once.
sloppily. It kept hitting into enemy guard.
Started a long range attack.
There we go.
Come on, and there we go.
So we need to kill the mages in these forts. We don't actually need to take the forts.
Yeah,
The mages are... The shadows are surprisingly strong, so it's weird how weak the mages are.
The mission
Yep.
started.
and so then we go up to the path up here. This is where we're actually going to meet up for the rest of the mission.
Yep.
And we're going to take on this shadow, and we're not going to forget to kill this mage.
Which is something we have done in runs a number of times.
Yes, we have.
Let them land.
The path opened. Though they resemble us closely, their strength pales in comparison to ours. The path opened. So long as we follow our hearts, we will not be fooled by
Oh wait,
those
that's the fort
imposters.
captain, not the mage.
There we go.
My turn now.
So now we don't actually have to switch back to flyers here. We just kind of need to wait.
You can if you want to, though.
So we need to wait for this fort to open, and then a little bit after the fort opens, the final shadow will spawn. We don't actually have to take this fort.
A success.
We're going to get Liana's shadow.
The true self.
All the imposters are dead.
Edgelord. We're making pretty good time.
All that's left
Have you looked
is
at
to
the
show
timer?
those
Yeah,
mages
we're doing
the
pretty well.
true meaning of-
We're going to save some serious time from the loads.
Let's pass what we can.
So now this fort is open. Now we just have to wait. And in a little bit, Liana's shadow, excuse me, will spawn in here.
Yep, right over here somewhere.
Did it! The wall of darkness has disappeared. We should have been more cautious.
There we are. The dialogue will show up in a second telling us that this happened.
What's going on?
This has an imposter? One of her is more than
So, Liana's a sword wielder, meaning the my axe wielder pairing tech.
The mission started.
That shadow dies very, very quickly with the two of us pummeling and with
So now we're up to our
pairing
final
tech.
mission.
Pass what we
Yep.
can.
So the final mission is Chaos Dragon Valazark, but before we can get into Valazark, we have to, on the four corners of the map, which are kind of locked off from each other by gatekeepers and forts, there is a dark crystal that we have to take down that is giving Chaos Dragon Valazark power.
Sure you want to
So, for dialogue stacking queue purposes, we're going to do the walkers, crystals, and then after you do the crystal, or I guess it's in the same area, it works out to do it after, then you have to do a fort and a dragon vein, and the dragon vein allows you to enter the Chaos Dragon Valazark arena. We're going to do the whole walker sections first with a dark crystal and a dragon vein, so that the Dragon Vein door is open by the time we come back. Then we're going to switch to the Flyers, do their Dark Crystals. By the time that's done, the Dragon Vein doors will be open, so we can go pummel Chaos Dragon Velozark back to whence they came from, or something like that. I don't know.
For the record, this was one of the bigger RNG parts of the run, with the way the Flyer's moving.
Yeah, the Flyer's pathing can add or subtract time to this. If they decide to go actually fight the Guardians of the Dark Crystals, then like it's super great.
It's also,
if not, it sucks.
If Awakening Potions drop for us, we save some time.
Yeah, we haven't actually talked about Awakening State because we haven't used it yet.
Relevant
So
yet.
the Awakening State is a thing you can do when you charge up the vertical meter to the left of the character portrait. Basically, it is... it allows you get like super powerful, all of your stun gauges will be gold, you do significantly more damage. At the end of the Awakening State, you get a super powerful animated attack. That's really cool. And so there's one Awakening Potion in Velozark's arena.
The mission started.
But if enemies decide to drop them, we could both end up with an Awakening Potion, which is really good luck.
Plus, I don't have to run off to get the one. But it's looking like I'm not going to get one at this rate.
Power of darkness itself. We must stem the flow immediately.
So the captain of this fort is a shadow. I think mine is the shadow of Frederick.
Mine's the Shadow of Robin.
That's true. His wounds will be healed.
Some gold weakness wheel attack.
The mission started. We seized the fort. My turn now.
So there my Dark Crystal disappeared. The dialogue is just going to start kind of...
I got bad Flyer RNG.
I haven't even moved on to my flyer yet, but it looks like Hinoka's going in the
We
right
got
direction.
good Flyer RNG.
A successful mission.
Now if I can actually kill this shadow, that took me way too long. Did you activate your Dragon Vein?
Yep.
I think we need to weaken him even more, you guys. We can't beat him like this.
Yeah, so Hinoka was right here, which is really good.
It may be safe if it blows up the
The Hinoka got good.
So
You
once
got-
the Flyer Dragon Veins, or the Flyer Dark Crystals are gone, or at least once the Fafnir is dead, the dialogue queue will get rid of the Dark Crystals later. Once these Fafnirs are dead, we can switch to the Walkers and go start fighting Chaos Dragon Velozark.
Well, those Dragon Veins can take a... Oh, they're all... no, 3 of them are still on the map, so we're probably gonna... We don't want to use anything strong on Valdar while we're waiting.
Velozark?
Velozark.
Yeah, so we have to wait for the dialogue queue to recognize that all the Dark Crystals are gone before we start actually using our
We can
powerful
still
attacks.
build the gauge.
Sure you want to
Get this out of the way.
Yeah, so with Velozark, what we're
By the
basically
way,
going to do...
time's coming up soon, so be aware of that.
Time is going to come up when we lose control after the end of this dragon fight, so the health bar will drop to 0, and then it'll go into a cutscene, and that's where time ends, right when the cutscene. We will do that. So what we're going to do...
Looks like they're all gone.
Yep. Now that the Dark Crystals are gone, we're going to start alternating our stun gauge trigger attacks.
Also talk about Awakening. We need to talk about Awakening State.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I have a full Awakening State. Let me use that in a second. So now I'm entering into the Awakening State. As I said earlier, it like doubles your power level, makes all weakness wheels you trigger turn gold, and at the end of it, you get a super powerful animated attack.
Which is slow. Which is the part of which is why we don't use it during the regular run. Or before this part.
So here comes my animated attack. It's a little slow, but it does deal quite a bit of damage.
It's not worth using anywhere but here because of it.
Yeah.
Here's mine.
So, yeah, those do a lot of damage together. Time.
Time.
Nice. Nice. I was hoping for a little better than that, but it's Marathon. What can you do?
We had a lot of sloppiness.
We had some sloppiness and really, really bad Darius RNG that cost us probably a minute.
Oh yeah, we did.
Okay, so without much fanfare, that was Fire Emblem Warriors for the Nintendo Switch. Now we move into the second Switch game in our Nintendo Switch block, because what other speedrunning marathon has a Switch block? Hello? Speedruns Rochester is where it's at. with our buddy SWC19 playing the one and only Super Mario Odyssey. So, thank you for watching, and please stay for more.
Bye!